What's going on, guys? Brock back with another figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Neca Godzilla Monsters NES Recolor Godzilla. This is a re-release, and I can easily tell it's a re-release because, look, they've incorporated the little hooks. These little things actually are driving a lot of collectors crazy. Me? Nah, I don't like them much either, but what are you going to do? So this figure is based on its appearance from the Nintendo Entertainment System classic Godzilla Monsters, a game that wasn't too terrible. Didn't really mind it so much. It was a fun game. But yeah, mimicking the original NES box art, we got the Godzilla Monsters logo here, and we got the shot of Godzilla from the 1954 movie there. Got this flying saucers at the top there, and then, you know, just like what NECA does with all their classic Nintendo boxes, they have like this wear and tear look to the packaging here. Got Godzilla on the top there, Godzilla on the side there, then on the back, much like the box art itself from the original game. On the back here, you have the figure in different poses, as we see here. Godzilla on the side as well. We open it up here, and we got the chess playing board, just like in the game, where you have the enemy monsters on one side of the board, and you got Godzilla or Mothra there. There's the figure inside, which has the power, life, level 1 of Godzilla here. Then the price tag, I paid $29.99 for this. That's not a bad price, considering this is a re-release and the original was going up quite a bit in value. As you can see here, before I even get it out of the packaging, it is a repaint of the 1984 Godzilla mold with brand new dorsal plates added on. And it's mimicking that classic Nintendo-style Godzilla. But without further ado, let's get this bad boy opened up and get a closer look at him. As stated before, this is a repaint of the 1984 Godzilla figure, but with added dorsal plates, these large dorsal plates, to mimic the design of the 8-bit sprite from the NES game. All around, it's a light, almost tealish green color with a darker green wash on the back throughout the entire figure. And then these digital designs all throughout the dorsal plates as well as the body itself. His eyes are rather dark red and some nice wash to add details to the snarl, and of course his teeth are painted white as well as the tongue on the inside. But generally, it is the 1984 figure with an 8-bit paint job. Overall, I think it does look pretty nice, mimicking the 8-bit Godzilla look. Interesting that they went with the 1984 Godzilla for the figure build, but I can kind of see why. I mean, the 8-bit Godzilla himself kind of did look like he was the 84 Godzilla. I mean, they could have easily went with, you know, the 94 Godzilla figure. I do like the addition of the bigger dorsal plates. They really did go, you know, out of their way for that, to really add to the 8-bit look for the figure, instead of just being like, hey, let's take the 94 figure and give him this paint job and just call it a day. No, they actually did put some work into this. For your articulation, the head is on a ball joint. It can go side to side, move all the way around. There's a hinge in the mouth, so you open it and close it. It's got upper torso rotation. Arms do fully rotate. They go out. They rotate at the bicep there. He's got a bend in the elbow, rotation in the wrist. Legs can go out like that on the V-cut joint. And then he does have a joint right there, so you can bend at the elbow, or elbow, bend at the knee. It's really rough, but it can. That took a lot out of me. Tail can rotate here, can rotate here, can rotate here, can rotate here, and of course he's got the bendy wireframe inside the tail. For your figure comparison, here is the 8-bit NES Godzilla next to the 1984 Godzilla, which this guy gets a lot of crap, man, and I still do love this figure. I still think it's a good 84 figure. I still think it represents Godzilla in the movie very well. But your boy here is really excited for the re-release that has the fixed dorsal plates and the more accurate head sculpt. So there is that. And here's our NES Godzilla next to the more recent NECA release, the 62 Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla, or King Kong vs. Godzilla. It's that version of Godzilla. I gotta say, I have actually been a pretty big fan of NECA's NES-inspired figures that have come out in recent years. I love their Jason. I love their Freddy. The first one I got was the Batman '89 NES figure. Love that. I think these are really fun and really, just colorful, enjoyable toys for collection. Anyone who's a hardcore fan of any of these franchises, that's something that will sit on the shelf and really make your collection pop, because there are all these funky colors. That was the cool thing about, the NES games, was they weren't accurate to the colors of the characters. They kind of just did their own thing. And you as a kid don't really pay attention to it. You don't really care. To you, that's just, it's accurate. Or you just don't care. And I think that's part of the charm of it all, is, it gives us a new version for fans to really enjoy. And I think these things have been fantastic. I love the NES repaints by NECA. These are awesome. This Godzilla one is no exception. This thing is awesome. If you're a Godzilla fan, it's definitely a figure I would consider picking up, because it really will make a collection pop. Especially if you put the display box next to it. It kind of just adds a whole new dynamic, to the display. So I think that's really cool. This Godzilla figure, if you can get your hands on him now, he's been re-released out in the wild. Pick him up, because he's probably just going to go up in value again like he did before this re-release. So, anyways, check him out. This has been Brock with another figure review. Please, as always, like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, hit that bell notification icon to get notified when I upload a new video and new reviews. And I will catch you guys next time. Have a good one, guys.